Hello, my loves. I know y'all are probably wondering, like, girl, why does it say day 29 on this video? Because, y'all, this weekend, I didn't do nothing, and I already told y'all I was adding 3 days onto the challenge. So, I was like, you know what? We're in a new month, so I don't have to worry about staying within the confines of the days of September. I'm just gonna go with the days that I've been active in this challenge. So this is my 29th day being active in this challenge since the 1st of September. This weekend I was tired. Last week, I don't know what got into me. I guess I was trying to prove a point to myself, but one, I was booked and busy every day, which I'm grateful for. You guys really came and showed out for me for that emergency sale, and it really helped me to be able to pay my bills, really get some medical supplies that I need, pay rent, get groceries, like basic necessity things like that is pretty much what that money went to. Light bill, stuff like that. Me and my wife really spent money we did not have going to Mississippi for my mom's birthday because we're thinking, we're gonna stay with her. So it's not really gonna be any type of lodging fees. We were thinking she would at least have, a little bit of groceries or food for us. So maybe we will go out to eat once or twice while we were there. But not having to buy food every time we eat, you know what I'm saying? And then of course gas, but we weren't planning to travel from Mississippi to Florida to go to the beach. And then Florida to Louisiana so we could have lodging, and then Louisiana back to Texas. So it ended up causing a lot of expense, everything that we ended up going through. And this sale that I did last week, it really helped kind of like get us back to where we needed to be, on top of my wife, working and hustling as well. So thank you guys so much for your support. But because I did that, and I was working out every day last week, I was getting up, I was barely sleeping because it was very uncomfortable to sleep with that splint and the sling and all of that. I'm used to sleeping on my right side, and I can't sleep like that. And then sleeping on my left side, I have a tendency to sleep on this arm. So this arm will be hurting on top of the pain that I have on this arm. So Saturday, I did my little workout. I think I had a client, and then I was supposed to let my wife do my hair and wash it and twist it, but we both ended up just sleeping majority of the day. Had to do a turnaround trip on Sunday to Houston because our niece does FFA, and she was going to auction off her pig, and so we wanted to be there to support her for that. And so that was pretty much all day Sunday. We left early Sunday morning. We got there probably at like 12:30, went to the event. The event started at 2, stayed at the fair till probably like 5, got on the road by like 6:30, and was back home by 9 on Sunday. And so by that time I was just pooped. And then yesterday I had a lot of clients, and so I didn't get a chance to do any of the normal admin stuff that I do on Mondays, like send out my weekly messages and gather together the content that I'm gonna do for the week, and make sure that stuff is planned out. Like I do that every Monday. I didn't have time to do it yesterday. I was literally on the phone all day. I woke up in the morning at 7 to head to at 6 to get ready to head to the doctor for 7, because my doctor's appointment is in North Austin. Those of you who know anything about Austin, I live in Kyle, and in the morning with traffic, it's like an hour to get to North Austin from where I live. On a regular day with no traffic, it probably would have been about 35 to 40 minutes, but with the extra traffic and it being that early in the morning, people are heading to school, people are heading to work, it was just a lot of traffic. So yesterday I didn't do nothing. I didn't work out. I was at the doctor probably like an hour and a half, came home, and then I was working all day. So I just been on the grind. I've been on the hustle. I've been having to focus on income generating activities, to be 100% honest with y'all. But I don't want this challenge to go under the rug. I'm still committed to doing this challenge and showing y'all my process in the morning and in the evening as well. I haven't been able to really do evening and morning workouts every morning and night. I mean, every night, because of my pain level and how tired I be by the time the night comes. But I have been doing yoga at night and reading. I haven't really been working out at night though. How I was doing a whole 45-minute set like I do in the morning. I haven't been doing that. I just do like 10 or 15 minutes of yoga. I read, and that's it. I used to journal. Now that I have this cast, the doctor said that I can try to write, but with the tenderness of my thumb, it may be difficult. So I said I was gonna try to journal while I'm with y'all in this video. But y'all, I tried yesterday and baby, it did not really work out for my life. Like it's almost like the pen doesn't, like, I'm not pressing down enough so the pen can know that I'm trying to write. Like, I don't know. So I gotta figure that out. As far as journaling, I just haven't been journaling. Like, I don't know how not to journal and write things down. Like, I need to write it down. That's the way that my brain processes the information. So not being able to write is throwing me off, and I don't like to type my journals. I know y'all are probably like, you can put them in the notes in your phone, but that hurts my hand after a while typing all of that. And then I could very well type my journal, because one thing for certain, I can type with two hands now. I can't use my thumb, but I can use my fingers to type. Last week I was typing all with one hand, and that was very difficult for me. And y'all, I keep telling y'all I have a birth defect, and so this arm is already not how it's supposed to be, and it doesn't have full range of motion. So doing everything primarily with this hand, it's just causing me pain. It's just causing me pain, to be 100% honest. And I don't know why that made me laugh, like, but it's really just causing me pain. That's exactly what it's doing. Like, and I'm trying to just stay positive, but I'm not gonna lie, I've been tired, I've been frustrated. I can't do my own hair, I can't put my own bra on. I have a hard time getting dressed and putting my clothes on. Like, it's been fun learning how to wipe my ass with my left hand, and child, I'm just like, what in the entire FUCK is this? But thank you, God, for moving me and pushing me through this, because to say that I've been through what I've been through, I've just been positive, you know, and centered in spirit. I keep telling y'all that I feel so peaceful in my spirit. I know that God is moving mountains for me right now, and I'm just ready to climb to the top, like the little mountain goat that I am, little Capricorn baby. Know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what's been going on with me the past few days, y'all. I just been, and then I said y'all, I already kind of gave y'all not a full description of what happened, but I kind of gave y'all the gist of what happened. Mind you, I've told my mother, like, that my arm is broken. I told her I cut my toe. I have a big ass bruise on my butt. I had a bruise on my back. I had a bruise on my head. Do y'all think she's asking me, are you okay? How are you feeling? Do you need anything? No. And for my mother, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. So in my head, I've also been kind of emotionally and mentally overwhelmed and drained. And that's why I've been going to therapy. Because I'm just like, first of all, this was all your fault. I did not incite this situation. I didn't pour gas on the flame. I didn't do none of that. Like, your chaotic ass husband doing what he always does, being chaotic. You didn't properly communicate with him, because ain't no way you did, and he was still doing all of that. On top of that, you talking about you trying to de-escalate the situation. You didn't do nothing to de-escalate the situation. All you did was put your arms in between us like this. You didn't once grab him and hold him back from hitting me. You didn't once grab me and say, like, just calm down. You didn't once do anything that would have been a de-escalation tactic. And on top of that, this is not the first time that this man has gotten overly aggressive with me, and I've had to defend myself. So de-escalation would have been you nipping that shit in the bud the first time. But because I'm an adult and because I can stand up for myself, I try to just forgive and forget and move on, because you're still gonna be with this man and you're still my mama. But you really downplayed everything to the police, so this man did not get arrested. Real life left with this man. Then when I'm calling you to make sure you're okay, you try to flip it on me. Like me and my wife just magically ushered you out to the beach and you had no idea what's going on. When in all actuality, we talked with you about this multiple times the night before. And then you talking about nobody thought about you because it's your birthday. We've been thinking about you. This whole weekend was for you. So then after you go through all that and I say what I have to say, you don't say anything to me for days. I still have to call you to check on you to make sure you're okay, because I haven't heard from you in a week. Your health is not what it needs to be. Your living conditions I done seen ain't what they need to be. And now I know your husband is crazy as hell because he done put his hands on me. And now that makes me think he putting his hands on you too. So despite my anger, despite my frustration, let me still call and make sure my mother is okay. So I call you. You don't have nothing to say. You say hello like hey, like good morning, like nothing ever happened. And then I asked, are you okay? Yeah, I'm cool. You still don't ask, am I okay? How am I doing? What happened at the doctor's appointment? Did I end up going to my therapy appointment? Nothing. No check-in, no nothing. So I'm pissed and I get off the phone with you. And then you want to text me and tell me how I don't need to worry about you because you're okay. You're not going to let anybody abuse you and you're eating fine and all of these lovely things. Still not taking any accountability for anything that happened. Still not acknowledging any of my pain, and still not simply even checking to see if I am okay. Then I go to the doctor yesterday. And mind you, y'all, when I went to the doctor last Monday, I sent her a picture of my arm in the cast and sling. So when I went to the doctor yesterday and they put on my cast, I sent her a picture of my cast. Do y'all think that she responded to me? No. And you know what? I'm like, it could be just because, you know, she feels guilty. She doesn't know what to say. And I told her I'm taking space from her. And I meant it. But me and my mom are close. So me taking space from you does not mean I don't get to hear from you for days at a time, because you know I'm going to worry about you. That doesn't mean that you don't need to check and make sure I'm okay, because you're the one, you and your husband is the ones that was being drunk and chaotic and caused this whole situation. It was like 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, because we left out at like 6. Me and my wife hadn't even taken a drink yet. I don't know what you and your husband had going on in that car. And then my wife wasn't even present for the whole altercation that happened, because she was up already at the beach, finishing setting up, and I came down to help y'all get y'all shit. So she don't even know what's going on until the police are called and I'm calling her to come down here. Like, it was just, when I think back on it, y'all, I just get so mad because I'm just like, all of this could have been avoided if y'all would have just listened to me to begin with and followed the GPS or followed behind us. Very simple. But no, it never is that easy dealing with these two people. And so there's always some chaos, there's always some drama. And I feel like this whole altercation was God's way of telling me, I know you love your mama. I know you want to be close to your mama. I know you want to help her heal and you feel like you're all she has. But I'm taking you into rooms and places and I'm putting you in situations that this is not going to be able to be a part of. And so you need to cut the cord. And y'all, as angry as I am, as betrayed as I feel, as hurt as I am, that's still my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still my mother. And I still want to make sure she's okay. And I'm still worried about her, you know, and I still care about how she feels and what she thinks. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it's been a lot. It's been a lot on my heart. It's been a lot on my head. Like, honestly, it has been a lot. And I'm glad that a bitch started going to therapy because, baby, if I didn't have my therapist to talk to, I would be up in here rocking back and forth, struggling to keep my damn sanity. Quiet as it's kept. But I just feel like the audacity of you. Like, and then y'all, you know, let me just be transparent and honest. So in one of the text messages that I sent to my mama after all this happened, I told her that she was delusional. She was delusional, one, for even letting us come out there knowing that she was living like that. But I told her she was delusional too for downplaying the situation to the police and so that he wouldn't get arrested. And I feel like she's over there deluding herself and deflecting, trying to make herself the victim in this situation. And to me, that is completely insane. And I can't. And I wish God would just take it away from me because I don't want to think about it. I don't want to feel it no more. I want to be to a point where I don't care. Like, it's so easy for me to cut people off and be like, I don't care, whatever. That was the last time was the last time and that's it. Like, it's so easy for me as a Capricorn, Leo, Scorpio, Stellium. Baby, all of my planets are in Capricorn, Scorpio, and Leo except for my Mercury and Mars, which are in Sag, okay? That when I tell y'all I'm a Capricorn, Scorpio, Stellium, it's true. When I tell y'all I'm a Leo, Stellium, it's true. And it's in my big three as well. So my cutoff game is real good. But for some reason, when it comes to my mama, I've only been able to successfully cut her off one time before. And this time, God is not letting me cut her off because God is telling me, you know, she's still your mother. Despite the negative ways that you feel right now, there is still good that comes with your mother. Despite all her chaos, all the trauma, all of the things that you feel like she fell short in, you have to still honor her for the gifts that she did give you, because as your mother, at minimum, she gave you the gift of life. But my mother also, she supports me. She roots me on. She made me confident in myself because she's always affirming me. So, you know, if she doesn't do anything else, she makes sure that I'm sure of myself and that nobody can take my power away from me or my independence away from me. And I will never not be grateful to her for that because that made me who I am. But, honey, it's just so many other things that I needed and that I need now from a mom. Like, that I just don't have. And, you know, I'm trying to work so that I don't resent her because she can't give me something that she can't give herself. She can't protect herself. She can't provide for herself. She can't really energetically hold herself accountable. Mentally, she can't allow herself to progress. Like, I can't expect her to hold those spaces for me, to be that example for me when she can't do it for herself. And it's just like, there's a little girl in me that's 14 to 17 years old that needs that role model, that needs that mentor, that needs that guidance, that needs that pillar of strength in her mother. And she's still seeking it in her mother at 31. And you have all the strength, you have the wisdom, you have the wherewithal, you know, to do it on your own and to garner the support you need and what you can't carry. And you're still holding your mother to that fire and putting that weight on her, knowing that she can't carry it. And on one hand, that's unfair of me, but on the other hand, she's still my fucking mother. Like, she still has an obligation and a duty to do right by me as her child, her only child at that. So I've just been in here like wrestling and struggling with that, and struggling with the fact that I can't do shit on my own. Because I'm right-handed and my right wrist is broken, and so I don't have full flexion or movement or motion in my hand, and doing too much makes me in pain, and then once I'm in pain I get tired. Child, I've just been in here just dealing with the emotional and mental weight of all of this, on top of physically trying to figure out how to alter things. So that's why I just haven't been able to be consistent. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I haven't been able to be consistent. I did real good last week, but once Saturday came, Saturday is normally my day off anyway, I just checked out. I just checked out, and I'm not gonna do that this weekend. But I do need to probably not overextend myself when it comes to working out. One, because the bitch can't get the cast wet. That means I can't wash my arm. I'm not trying to be sweating too much and have too much odor and be itching and all that for the next 3 to 6 weeks, however long I gotta keep this cast before they change it or take it off. That's one. But two, when I try to go a little bit harder with my workouts, I always end up in pain. And I don't want to be in pain. So I'm gonna just walk, you know, do my little 3-mile walk through the neighborhood that I do. Maybe go on a hike once a week, every once in a while. And then I created like 3 variations of full body in-home workouts that I can do that don't require me to use my wrists or my hands. And I'm just gonna do those, you know, they're about 45 minutes, including my yoga set. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna stick to. I have been able to still actually read books. It's not the most comfortable to hold the books, but we figuring that out and working it out. I've still been reading the complete works of Florence Scovel Shinn. The book that I'm on now is called The Power of Spoken Word. And I actually wanted to read y'all a little passage from here. Hold on, let me get it. My phone was actually sitting on a stack of books. Okay, so today, this morning, and mind y'all, I started this book a little bit backwards because it has it has 4 different books in one book. And they're in a certain order. I started at the second to the last book, or the third one rather, The Secret Door to Success, because that's the one I really wanted to read. That's what made me purchase the book to begin with, because I had already bought The Game of Life and How to Play It, but I figured might as well buy 3 more for the price of 1 and get one that I already bought included. So I actually started this book on the 3rd book, and I just went ahead and went into the 4th one. I'll go back and read The Game of Life and How to Play It, and Your Word is Your Wand when I finish. But so we're at The Power of Spoken Word. So this morning when I was reading this, I read something that I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so she says, I'm just gonna read this whole page to y'all because I feel like if I try to cherry pick, it's not gonna make sense. You need the whole context. Be strong, fear not. Fear is man's only adversary. You face defeat whenever you are fearful. Fear of lack, fear of failure, fear of loss, fear of personality, fear of criticism. Fear robs you of all power, for you have lost your contact with the universal powerhouse. Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Fear is inverted faith. It is faith turned upside down. When you are fearful, you begin to attract the thing you fear. You are magnetizing it. You are hypnotized by the race thought when you are afraid. Daniel was undisturbed because he knew his God was stronger than the lions. His God made the lions as harmless as kittens. So walk up to your lions as quickly as possible and see for yourself. Perhaps all your life you've been running away from some particular lion. It has made your life miserable and your hair gray. A hairdresser once told me that she knew a woman whose gray hair returned to its natural color when she stopped worrying. A man said to me during an interview, I'm not a bit fearful, but I worry a lot. Fear and worry are twins and are the same thing. If you were fearless, your worry cells would be dried up. Why are ye worried, O ye of little faith? I think the most prevalent fear is the fear of loss. Perhaps you've lost everything that life can give, but in creeps the lion of apprehension. You hear him growling. It's too good to be true. It can't, or not. Perhaps you've lost. Perhaps you have everything that life can give, but in creeps the old lion of apprehension. You hear him growling. It's too good to be true. It can't last. If he gets your attention, you may well worry. Many people have lost what they prized most dearly in life. That is because invariably they fear loss. The only weapon you can use against your lions is your word. Your word is your wand, filled with magic and power. You wave your wand over your lion and transmute him into a kitten. But the lion will remain a lion unless you walk up to him. You may well ask, how do we walk up to lions? Moses said unto his people, Fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you this day. For the Egyptians, whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again, no more, forever. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. What a marvelous arrangement. Infinite intelligence knows the way out. Infinite intelligence knows where the supply is for every demand. But we must trust it, keep our poise, and give it right of way. So many people are afraid of other people. They run away from disagreeable situations. So of course the situation runs after them. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom I fear. The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? The 27th Psalm is one of the most triumphant psalms. It is also rhythmic and musical. The writer realized that no enemy could harm him, for the Lord was his light and salvation. Now remember, your only enemies are within yourself. The Bible is speaking of the enemy, thoughts, your doubts, fears, hates, resentments, and forebodings. Every negative situation in your life is crystallized thought. It has been built up out of your own vain imaginings. But these situations cannot stand the light of truth. So you face the situation fearlessly, saying, The Lord is my light and salvation. Whom shall I fear? Jesus Christ was the greatest of metaphysicians and gave us definite rules for controlling conditions through word and thought. Thou hast made me wiser than mine enemies. First of all, you must be wiser than your enemy, thoughts, the army of the aliens. You must answer every negative thought with a word of authority. The army of the aliens will chant, business is dull and money is scarce. Immediately you reply, my supply comes from God and now appears like mushrooms overnight. There are no hard times in the kingdom. You may have to keep this up for quite a while, like the songs of the Katydids. Katy did, Katy didn't, and so on. Finally, you win out. For the truth must prevail, and you have put to flight the army of the aliens. Then when you are off your guard, the army of the aliens begin again. You're not appreciated, you'll never be a success. You answer immediately, God appreciates me, therefore man appreciates me. Nothing can interfere with my divinely designed success. Finally, the army of aliens is dissolved and dissipated because you do not give it your attention. You have starved the aliens out. Starve out the fear thoughts by not giving them your attention and acting your faith. The lion draws his fierceness from your fear. His roar is in the tremors of your heart. Stand still like Daniel, and you too shall hear the rush of angels sent to take your part. Isn't that so beautiful and divine? And it's so true, because everything that we're afraid of, once we just face it head on and deal with it, it's like it magically just disperses. People who have fear of heights, people who have fear of going outside, people who have fears of certain animals or insects, or even me, I had a fear of things not going the way they were supposed to go when I went to Mississippi. And they didn't go the way that they supposed to go. I lived through it. I ended up getting hurt because I didn't listen to my intuition and not go in the first place. But nonetheless, I'm not afraid anymore. I know exactly what's happening. I know what I can do and what I can't do. I know what my limits and my boundaries are. And, it is what it is. I've always been afraid of breaking my arm, because what if I have to use this arm primarily? Now look at me. Then broke my arm, and I'm having to figure it out. Is it the end of the world? Am I dead? Do I feel any less blessed? Am I frustrated? Yes. But no, I still feel very blessed to be able to still do things, to still have my arm, to only have a 3 to 6 week recovery time instead of 3 to 6 months. It just makes so much sense with where I'm at right now, because I feel like it just goes back into faith and spiritual peace and spiritual centeredness, and being centeredness in your faith, and understanding that when you truly trust the God in you, and you trust the universe to not only work for you, but to work for your highest good, to work with you, things really start to move and manifest. And God works in mysterious ways. Sometimes those things are not easy breezy, but in the end, it manifests a positive result for us, for sure. So, how are we doing on discipline and dominion? We're doing okay. I'm not doing my best, I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't been consistent 7 days a week. We've been doing a solid 5 days a week. But this week, excuse me guys, this week I am committed to getting in at least 6 days, and I also am committed to getting back into journaling. So keeping up my experimenting with writing, and if I decide I just can't do it, then I just have to record a video diary and talk through my thoughts talk through my feelings, because I have to do this. Like, journaling is a big part of what keeps me going in this challenge, because it makes me more self-aware. It clarifies my intentions. It clarifies my gratitude. And so just being able to sit and write those things down, even like taking key parts out of what I've read in the morning, and letting that guide me, it's very helpful. So not having access to that has been a pain in my behind. But if push comes to shove and I don't want to record a video of me talking to myself every day, then I will just break down and type my journals. It just doesn't feel right to me doing that. But I will do it if I absolutely have to. I'm just keep praying that God is going to give me the ability to write with this damn cast, and we're going to figure it out together. By the end of this week, we're going to figure it out, and I'm going to be writing. Because writing with my left hand is a no. Writing with this cast is a no. It's like I might as well just not. Because I don't know what I'm writing. It looks like chicken scratch, and I need to be able to read it back. So I will leave y'all with that. Happy October. Happy new month. If you're wondering about transits and stuff that's going on for October, join the Moonshot Tribe or join my Empowered broadcast. I did share a private video with them last week with all the transits and a reading for the month. But yeah, I'm gonna leave y'all with that, and I will see you lovelies tomorrow.